Seymour. Our 22-year-old son died from suicide. My journey with Caden's death was leading me down many dark paths, of which none included blaming God. It would have been easy, and he would have accepted it. How or why? I did not. I am not sure, other than the signs that only Jesus could have possibly controlled were put in front of me from the moment of this horrible family event. The only way I found to ease the pain of losing Caden was the time that I was able to spend in prayer with Jesus. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest or call 988.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Hi, my name is Ryan. John chapter 8 says, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone." Jesus tells us not to condemn others. It's not our job. He then tells the woman being condemned, "Now go and sin no more." He loves her too much to let her stay where she is. He wants so much more for us. He wants us not to just squeak by in our lives, but to live fully in Christ's example.
Hey, sports fans, heading to the big game tonight? Make sure you stop by Speedy Mart before you hit the stadium. Fuel up your car and grab your favorite snacks and drinks to keep your energy high. Whether it's chips, soda, or a quick meal, Speedy Mart has everything you need to kick off your game night right. Don't miss out. Swing by Speedy Mart for all your pre-game essentials.
Speedy Mart, snacks before the game.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte. This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. '25 Nebraska State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank with your financial needs.
Back here at the Bob Devaney Center for more Class D2 Girls State Basketball. Our final game of the night alongside my pal Andy Klassen. I'm Pat Jansen, and we've got two teams that are used to, in some form or another, being here.
Right.
Of course, St. Mary's, they've been here many times in recent years, now trying to get over the hump.
And they've had a fantastic season, only 2 losses on the season. They got some phenomenal shooters around the perimeter, one we're going to highlight here in a moment.
Meanwhile, kind of new to the game, Archangels Catholic. That's due to a little bit of a merger, but with teams that knew how to compete here in Lincoln already before.
Humphrey, Lindsay, that part of the state, it just seems like they turn out basketball players year after year after year, and it doesn't matter what the name is, what the mascot is, they always find their way to the state tournament.
We're going to take a break, be back with our key players after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Insurance for us is a big deal. You know, you've got property and equipment and materials and people and workers' comp and things like that. It's a size large deal to keep your arms around that, to make sure that you're insured and properly and to manage your risk. They understand that we're going to keep expanding our business, which means more volume, which means more insurance, more equipment, more everything, and ways to lower our operating costs.
I'm Jenny Last with AgriCity Insurance, protecting what you grow today and tomorrow.
The pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com and by KRT. Learn more at KRTRelief.com.
Time for our key players here in this Class D2 quarterfinal. St. Mary's has been here 4 straight years, but it's a sophomore leading the charge for the Cardinals.
A super sophomore. Piper Ickes is so good. Yes, she's a phenomenal three-point shooter, great range, but she's amongst the state leaders, all classes in assists. That speaks to her unselfish nature and her superb court vision.
Meanwhile, for Archangels Catholic, there's a very long senior for Archangels Catholic who will do some work.
I'm going to say a super senior, right? 6'1" rim protector. She's also constantly in double figures, averaging 10, 11 points per game. Also good for 7 or 8 rebounds. A double-double threat, night in, night out.
Meanwhile, the triple to our double. Let's send it over to the third member of our crew, Tim Hackett. Tim.
Pat, Andy, thanks so much. Really looking forward to being with you guys here tonight on News Channel Nebraska. Longtime viewers of state sports here in the state of Nebraska might be looking at this matchup and saying, well, who is Archangels Catholic? Who is this new school? Well, it's not really a new school. It's more of a rebrand. This school was St. Francis High School in Humphrey, less than 2 hours to the northwest of where we are here in Lincoln, before they were shut down by the Archdiocese of Omaha in December of 2023. St. Francis was then consolidated and merged with Holy Family in Lindsay, and then kind of reborn, rechristened this year as Archangels Catholic. Now, there was a plan to delay this rebuild, this reconfiguration to next school year, but in December of 2023, the Archdiocese went ahead and made it happen for this school year. So even though this is the 8th straight year in the tournament for this program, it's technically the debut in the state tournament in girls basketball for Archangels Catholic. They will take the floor for the first time here in Lincoln. Coming up next, number 6 seed Archangels Catholic versus number 3 seed St. Mary's in our final game of the night here on day 2 of the 2025 girls basketball state tournament. You're watching it live on News Channel Nebraska. Tip-off is next.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
At the racetrack or the rat race around town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
State tournament basketball. We are just about set for the final game of day 2. It's the 4th and final D2 quarterfinals. St. Mary's and Archangels Catholic. Cardinals, defenders. Let's look at the school spotlight brought to you by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Archangels Catholic. First state appearance as Archangels Catholic. The defenders, part of that merger that Tim was talking about from the Omaha Archdiocese. But a collection of programs that have been here many times. I apologize. The officials are unruly here tonight. Kyle Finke getting us here. But we take a look now. Besides the defenders, we look at the Cardinals. That's the other school spotlight. Cardinals have been here 11 times. They've been a champion once. That was in 2015. Cardinals looking to bring home their second title. They'll try and start that tonight. We're going to take a look at our starting lineups here in just a second. They go through the non-starters first, but this is a game with programs, even if one may be technically new, programs with pedigree in Andy Klassen.
And expected success to be had at the beginning of each and every season, culminating here at the state tournament. That's the goal year in, year out. And once again, we find the likes of, Humphrey St. Francis and those folks out there, and Lindsay back at the state tournament. And then one of the staples up there in north central Nebraska, St. Mary's out of O'Neill, Nebraska, punching their ticket back to the state tournament. And it's going to be strength on strength here in a couple of different ways they're going to go about it. St. Mary's has superb guard play, some lethal shooters from beyond the arc. Archangels, on the other hand, they really make their hay down low. They got some big-time post players, so good around the rim. So it's going to be one strength inside, another strength outside for St. Mary's. Who's going to prevail? Your guess is as good as mine.
Now, St. Mary's, coached by Tracy Berg in her 11th season, 179 and 88. We'll get to her and what she means kind of in the overall coaching picture. But first, let's look at our starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Callie Jarrus, Anna Strickland, Nyla Kessler, Jada Krings, the 5'6 junior, and Isabel Preister, the 6'1 senior, averaging 11 and 7, who we mentioned earlier in our pregame show. The defenders, coached by Brian Reichmuth in his 22nd year, 416 and 134. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of coaching victories.
Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, let's look at the Cardinals. Starters for St. Mary's, Annabelle Barlow, a 5'3 senior, averaging 8.6 points per game. Addison Peterson, a sophomore, averaging 13. We mentioned the sophomore Piper Ickes earlier, averaging 12 and 6. Emerson Monerick, the junior, and Gracie Williamson, also a junior for the Cardinals. Now, we mentioned Tracy Berg, 11th season, 179 and 88. Just 2 years ago, in the entire state tournament, she was one of 2 women coaching in the girls' state tournament. Now one of 7 this year out of the 48 teams coaching in this tournament. Now, coaching numbers as a whole have gone up, if you're looking at that, with women coaching in girls basketball. Just 2 years ago, there were 57 coaching across the state, now 71. So seeing those numbers go up, Tracy Berg, a big part of that. She's very, very successful for the Cardinals.
She also has a lot of confidence, and they're on her bench. Hired Jim Carlson, one of the all-time great coaches, one of the men's coaches, boys coaches for a long time at Spencer Napier. Had a lot of success, state championships there. And for him to be on the bench coaching behind or with Tracy Berg, that says a lot to her confidence and where she's at in her career. And also, if you can get a coach like Jim Carlson on your side, jump at that, get that. That just shows you the maturity also with 11th year head coach Tracy Berg.
They are ready to go here in the Devaney Center. It is hopping, quite literally, in the student section.
Yes, it is.
St. Mary's, 24-2. Archangels Catholic, 19-7. Cardinals, defenders, let's tip this thing off. It's controlled by the defenders. The defenders will be on offense. Whoop. Nearly thrown away. Defenders corral it. Inside it goes. Nice pass to find Preister, who's got the first 2 points of the game.
Boy, Menard tried to get down there, help those, a triple team. 3 different defenders tried to get in the way, couldn't stop the Archangels from scoring on that very first possession.
A steal pulled away as it was Krings getting her hands on it. There's a foul as Strickland gets to the basket. The intensity is there for the defenders to start out.
Fantastic job getting the ball to the court with that long skip pass and attacking in transition. That's been a linchpin of the defenders all season long.
Free throw good. As Strickland hits it, we look at the Unity Ice Center instant replay, and Strickland looks calm and collected there at the free throw line.
Having a good time out there, and why not?
Well, heck yeah, when your team's up 4-0 inside of the first minute, that doesn't hurt. Nearly a turnover. Cardinals, though, able to break it. A block, though, from Preister.
That's what we said in the pregame, right? A rim protector, Preister. Very first bucket of the game on the offensive end, already has a block on the defensive end.
She tells Ickes, no thanks, go away. Ickes, though, going to fire up the 3. That's too strong. Rebound hauled in by Strickland. Wow. All the way to the basket. Unable to convert is Kessler. Cardinals, though, throw it away. A steal as Barlow gets her hands on it. Basket good, contested.
That was a big bucket right there for the Cardinals. Barlow taking all matters into her own hands with the takeaway and the lay-in.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I think St. Mary's needed that just to kind of prove they could get on the board here, kind of calm things down. Top of the key, three-pointer, banked in by Kessler.
Oh, and it felt like a little miscommunication between two different defensive players for the Cardinals there. Neither closed out in time.
Kickball by Jarvis, but that defensity still there for the defenders. My goodness, they are taking the fight to the Cardinals.
The defense intensity is at an 11, you could say.
Cardinals break the press. Driving to the basket, but unable to convert is Williamson. Rebound by Ickes, tries to get it back to Williamson. It's poked away from her. It'll stick with the Cardinals.
Preister with another eraser type of a block underneath there.
Shot blocked, but a foul. That means Gracie Williamson is going to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Williamson was looking for her shot that entire offensive possession. Did a nice job kind of back dribbling the play before to give herself some room to work with.
First free throw good. The foul was on Krings, her first. Second one off the back iron. Rebound by guess who? Preister. 4-point lead for the defenders. Patient offensive set here.
Yeah, I like how the ball's always in motion. Good job reversing the ball back and forth across the court.
Shot from Krings was too strong. The rebound finally corralled by the Cardinals. They get it across the midcourt line. A lot of effort being expended by both teams here as Preister alters that shot.
Yeah, Williamson just ran out of room.
Strickland fouled as she races to the basket.
Yeah, you just kind of get the feeling like the Archangels defenders, they don't need a shot clock. They're gonna get something up before those 35 seconds run out.
Strickland a big part of that. The senior hits the first of 2 free throws as we look at Tracy Berg in the background there. Second one good as well. You can feel the Archangels Catholic crowd behind us. They are rowdy. Full-throated, yeah. That's rowdy's a good way to put it right now. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong from Barlow.
That's both Barlow and Itkis coming up empty on their first three-pointer attempts.
That one rattles out from Kessler, controlled by Barlow. Ickes will set things up for the Cardinals. She thought about the three. Ten on the shot clock. Barlow with 4. Spinning, running, shot off the glass, good.
That's twice now. Barlow on the right side has been able to capitalize. That was a very difficult shot through traffic.
In the paint, it goes for Preister. Can't corral it, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. Cardinals have a chance to make this a one-possession game after all that heat from the defenders to start out.
It did feel like the defenders kind of blitzed, right? The Cardinals early on there. But credit St. Mary's for hanging in there. And like you said, an opportunity to close it down to a one-possession game here.
The defenders blitzed. I caught that one, Andy. Let's see what you did there. Good job breaking the press. It goes to the left wing for a 3. No good by Peterson. Foul And now a chance for free throws once again for the Cardinals, as this one's going to go against the defenders. It's going to be Wegner who picks up the foul.
Gracie Williamson doing a nice job sneaking in there, snagging that offensive rebound.
Misses the first free throw, however. 1 for 3 are the Cardinals at the line. Make it 2 for 4. All of those from Gracie Williamson, by the way. Defenders trying to answer this little mini run by the Cardinals. Nearly a steal by Barlow. Wagner out to the top of the key for Jarvis for 3. No good. It's going to stick with the defenders. Good active hands, forcing that, as it was Hastreiter, beg your pardon to all our Northeast Nebraskans. Three-pointer on the way, too strong, rebounded by Barlow.
Archangels doing a really nice job fanning things out, playing with great spacing. Defense held up, though. Limited that one shot after the inbounds.
Spinning, Williamson can't get it to go. A scramble for the rebound. It's Wegner who pulls it away for the defenders. Kessler loses it and stolen away by Ickes. Almost a little bit of a ping pong between teammates there with the basketball.
Well, Ickes initially was able to poke the ball away, then secured after, like you said, a little ping pong ball, pinball action there.
Williamson with it for the Cardinals. Nice feed inside for Ickes, laying it in for 2.
A couple of our classmen doing a nice job. Communication there, the chemistry.
First 2 points of the night for Ickes. Our first quarter brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. To the top it goes. Three-pointer rattles out for Jarvis. Rebound hauled in by Monerick. Williamson dribbling into the paint. A hand on the hand. It's going to be a foul. Williamson really knows how to draw the contact.
She's done a really nice job getting into the paint. You know, St. Mary's is not the tallest team, but they make up for with their activity, always slashing towards the rim, getting that presence.
Into the paint it goes. Williamson to the corner for Monerick. Three-pointer, good. First lead of the night for the Cardinals.
Really nice kick out there. Monerick ready to catch and shoot.
Now the defenders need a response. Instead, it's stolen by Barlow. Barlow with the left hand. She's fouled on the floor.
When you could feel the momentum shift throughout the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the defenders were, clicking on all cylinders early on there, but St. Mary's, the Cardinals, with the response here in the latter half of this opening quarter.
Our rep crew is forced into a fair bit of running tonight. This is a bit of an up and down game at points.
Yes, it has been. We'll be sure to give them a shout out here after the next dead ball.
Cardinals with it on the perimeter. .14 on the shot clock. Williamson has it poked away. Barlow keeps it alive to Ickes. Swung around, and it's poked out of bounds.
Hastreiter and Krings both are doing a really nice job playing with their hands up, out in this zone, disrupting those passing lanes.
Four on the shot clock. Shot fired up, no good. And the offensive rebound from Williamson, and another foul on the defenders.
Tonight's officials. We got Randy Hagedorn, Travis Bauman and Kyle Finke. You mentioned him at the tip-off there.
May have run into him a time or two. Free throw from Williamson is good.
Really good crew here tonight. A lot of experience between the trio here.
Yeah, these are guys who you see calling a lot of state basketball games. Just a lot of basketball games in general. I will admit, Kyle, when it used to be two-man crews, used to ref a lot of games with my dad. I may have been on a few of those road trips. I provided nothing.
Okay.
Ball batted out of bounds. It'll stick with the defenders. You know, you're from a ref lineage as well.
I've been on a few of those road trips, too. It's always interesting to hear the crowd kind of talk about the officials when you're the relative or son of one of the officials.
You ever have any of those glares backward?
A little bit, maybe, here and there.
Three-pointer rattled in from Kessler, and we got a tie ball game.
Oh, what a shot by Kessler.
Ickes leaves it short. We've got a tie game after a quarter. My goodness, Andy Klassen. This is state tournament basketball. Back with more as we see Ickes swatted away. Three-pointers rattling in. Second quarter to come.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Second quarter from the Devaney Center. We got a tie ball game. Nope. Best game of the night so far. Best game of the day. Drive in, shot no good from Peterson, but the putback is good.
Williamson's been so good, working the glass, that time collecting the offensive rebound. Quick putback on the right side.
Williamson's been so active, as you mentioned. Defenders looking to answer. Pass inside, but stolen away. Nice active hands from Ickes.
Yeah, that's something that St. Mary's made the adjustment, trying to deny the ball away from Preister.
Now the Cardinals slow it down. Waiting for an opening. Barlow bounce pass for Ickes, stolen away. Ahead come the defenders. Nice feed, shot from Krings, good, but an even better pass from Strickland.
You saw the spacing throughout that entire sequence there, the entire fast break. They kept their spacing. Defense had to choose one way or the other. A nice pull-up, using the glass to convert.
And after Krings gets the bucket, she gets the steal. Inside for Preister, but she's double teamed. It's stolen by Williamson.
Yeah, that over-the-top pass, St. Mary's having trouble, you know, because it's so active as a zone defense, clogging up those passing lanes. You mentioned something, a bounce pass?
Well, they don't do that here, and it leads to a turnover and a foul, as Peterson will pick up the foul. Or rather, I take it back. It's just out of bounds.
They're going to have to do something, whether it's a ball fake, head fake, bounce pass, just having trouble reversing the ball across the court. How this zone defense is really gobbling up space across the board for the Archangels Catholic defenders.
I'll correct myself once more. It was a foul previously on Peterson. And then Archangels throws it away.
Really speaks to the defense both these teams are playing with right now. We're all knotted up at 14, battling, trading turnovers.
Really, I feel like trading haymakers. The energy here has been ferocious as Barlow does commit the turnover there with the travel.
So many good basketball games. It's a game of runs. Archangels started the game so hot. St. Mary's with the answer. Now it feels like we're just kind of, like you said, trading punches back and forth.
Everybody on the left side of the floor for Archangels. But even in a little bit of a crowded offensive set, they're able to draw the foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Anna Strickland as we take a look at the Unity Eye Center's instant replay.
Now, one of the very first plays of the game, Strickland had to battle and fight for a rebound. Actually got down to the ground and had the wherewithal not to come up, otherwise she would have been called for the travel, but she had to get down, battle for that board, and then cleared it out. Really shows you the headiness of that senior out there as she completes the back end of the free throws.
Hits them both. And it's a 2-point lead for the defenders.
It's 1-3-1 zones causing problems. It's also not allowing too much space for these shooters on the perimeter to work with.
Molnaric fires, leaves it short. Rebound pulled in by Kessler.
As soon as I say that, they find Monaric in the corner for a good look.
Driving in, shot off the glass by Kessler, no good. In the corner for Ickes. In a lot of traffic, kicks it out. 3-pointer, too strong from Peterson. And the rebound pulled away by the defenders. Bringing it up the floor herself was Preister. Kessler back to the top for Strickland. Inside it goes Preister. Nice feed. 2 points for her off the pass from Jaris.
That whole time, Preister was getting position. As soon as that ball cleared and reversed around, she was in a perfect spot to collect that pass. Nice job on the guards from the perimeter finding her.
We're going to keep it here during the break. It's a 30-second timeout from the Cardinals. 18-14, the defender lead. Kind of a game of runs so far right now. A 6-0 run currently for the defenders, Andy.
Yeah, back and forth we go, and I think it speaks to these two coaching staffs who we've talked a lot about so far, and for good reason. Once something starts to work, adjustments are made on the other side. A zone defense is moved around a little bit. Defense extended out, clogging up passing lanes. Then you see the adjustment on the other side and an offensive run made. So back and forth we go, the game within the game.
If you look at the last 3:09, which takes us almost to the beginning of the second quarter, over that period of time, 0 points for the Cardinals, while they have 4 turnovers in that same period of time.
Yeah.
Second quarter brought to you by O Street Carpet. Our coverage of the state tournament is supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Ickes leaves the three-pointer too strong.
Really nice inside-out game. Ickes had a good look.
Strickland unable to keep it in. Well, she does. But it goes to the Cardinals, but the Cardinals throw it away.
Yeah. And I might not be the mathiest person out there, Pat, but I can understand 5 turnovers equals 0 points.
Yeah, 5 turnovers over the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds, which again, a scoreless drought in that period of time for the Cardinals. Strickland gets her own rebound and puts it back in for 2.
Just love her style of game, just a complete grinder. The will to win, you saw it right there, the follow the shot, the strong putback.
She's got 8 points already. She averages 4.8 on the season.
Came to play tonight.
Ickes then to Williamson. on the run, gets it to go off the glass. Defender fans wanted to travel.
Official says she never had possession of the ball.
And that one's thrown away. Good positioning from Preister, but couldn't collect the pass. And it goes back to the Cardinals.
Her height, her size, it's a definitive advantage for the defenders. You can see why the blue jerseys are trying to find their post down low more times than not when they get on the offensive end.
Tempo's slowed down just a little bit here. Both teams might be feeling the pace of this game a little bit as the Cardinals throw that one away.
Barlow's a little frustrated with herself, putting a little too much on that pass.
Both teams with 9 turnovers, 18 total turnovers in this game. Strickland now in the corner with Jaros. Strickland once again cuts through the defenders. It's blocked. It goes out of bounds. It'll stick with the defenders.
Okay. So Strickland came up empty, but I really liked her approach there, the way she kind of hesitated, waited for the defense to shift. She saw the crease in the defense, exploited it, got to the right side.
And they're looking for Preister, but it's stolen by Ickes.
She has such a good feel for the game.
More turnovers than field goals for both teams. Well, another one.
What are you saying? A little Catholic on Catholic crime here in the capital city?
Don't forget to join us at halftime, presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. That one rattles in. 2 points for Hustreiter.
She's done a really nice job coming in off the bench. One of these senior leaders for the defenders.
6-point lead for the defenders. Nice pass inside for Williamson as Ickes found her. Stems the run just a little bit.
Really does, and a nice job moving the ball around.
Williamson again, forcing the turnover. She is everywhere, Andy.
Yes, she is. Has speed to burn.
Don't forget our halftime highlights coming up, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Another steal forced by the defenders. It ends up in the hands of Jaros. Underneath, Preister with the left hand off the glass. Back to a 6-point lead for the defenders.
She's so good on her feet that time, battling for position. Williamson just a half step late.
Defenders looking for their 20th win of the season and looking for a trip to the semifinals. Williamson can't get that one to go.
Real good look, good take.
Chance to really close the half in style for the defenders. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Does look like it's sticking with the defenders, though. Not gonna lie, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, a lot of bodies, hands, getting after the ball. Red, white, and blue crowd over there.
In the corner, three-pointer off to the right from Kessler. Rebound pulled down by Ickes. Cardinals want to run. Underneath it goes Williamson. Great position, great find.
Yeah.
And a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, you said it, Menard, with a great find there. Little pass over the top to find Williamson. She could have continued that ball around the perimeter because she had Ickes for a three, wide open three. Decided better of it. Why don't we take the 2-foot shot over the top?
Williamson now with 11 points. Make it 12. She hits the free throw, and it's a one-possession game. 6 seconds left. A long three-pointer, probably a little too early. Rebound pulled in by the Cardinals. That's going to end the half. 24-21. Archangels Catholic on top of St. Mary's. We'll take a break. Be back with the halftime show after this on News Channel Nebraska.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. The halftime show. If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even six-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small-town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week. State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Five Points Bank brings communities together. Points Bank. Better bank, better community, better life.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Well, back we are here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. A great facility. It's a fantastic volleyball facility. Great place for state basketball. But you want to talk about great facilities. How about the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney? They're planning to open it this spring, which is very, very close. They're going to have pickleball, 4 pickleball courts with spectator seating. So if you're very competitive, a 300-meter track, 3-lane running and walking. This place is going to be awesome, Andy.
Multiple batting cages. You know, so many proud baseball programs out there in central Nebraska, and they're going to be hosting tournaments nationwide. Basketball, AAU tournaments, wrestling. A wrestling tournament's already been booked among many other events. So tip of the cap to the city and community of Kearney for putting this thing together and making it into a reality. It's about ready to open up here.
You know what's a reality? We're almost to the semifinals of the state basketball tournament. We're here in Class D2 right now, the final quarterfinal with Archangels Catholic on top of St. Mary's. Let's look at that map. As far west as Anselmo Myrna, as far southeast as Falls City Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart beat Anselmo Myrna in our previous game. That's who awaits the winner of this game. Meanwhile, there have been some other good games as we look throughout the rest of that bracket.
I think everyone's looking at Dorchester Silver Lake, the 38-37 game earlier today, and Longhorns punched their ticket and are waiting to see who their opponent's going to be.
Well, the Longhorns get Wilcox-Hildreth. Wilcox-Hildreth, the winner over top-seeded Shelton. Fall City Sacred Heart, again, as we saw, beat Anselmo Myrna. They get the winner of this game. We saw the Sacred Heart coaching staff scouting this game, understandably. That could be a very good semifinal. Well, it's been a fun game so far. Let's make it more fun. Let's send it over to our friend Tim Hackett. Tim.
Well, St. Mary's went into this school year with a bit of a thin roster. They're making their 4th straight trip to the state tournament, but this year, going into this year, they graduated 3 seniors from last year's team that scored over 1,000 points in their career, and with only 1 true freshman coming in, they were faced with starting the season with only 7 players on the roster. So head coach Tracy Berg had to become a bit of a recruiter. She found 3 St. Mary's seniors who had some basketball playing experience in their background, but nothing recently, and convinced all 3 of them to join the ranks at the start of this school year. We've seen all 3 of them on the bench here for St. Mary in this tournament. That's number 1, Casey Clements, number 12, Lily Bauer, and number 11, Loretta Schofield. Now, none of the 3 of them play the most minutes. They don't all score a lot, but they have all been integral elements of this team as they've helped to come in and bolster the ranks for this Cardinal squad that didn't have much of a flock to work with going into this year. We even saw Lily Bauer make a brief appearance in this game, and Tracy Berg told us this week their leadership has been great. The difference in a roster size of 7 versus a roster size of 10 is really immeasurable. More from halftime here coming up next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Halftime here at the Bob Devaney Center. Defender fans feeling it. Their team on top of St. Mary's at the break, 24-21. Let's take a look at the halftime highlights and see how we got to this point. St. Mary's and Archangels Catholic. We mentioned Preister. She's going to be a load for the defenders, and she was. Good position there. And then getting the block of Ickes, turning her away.
Two of the first plays of the game, making an impact offensively and defensively.
Then the steal from Barlow, getting all the way to the basket. Defenders They go to Kessler, who gets the three, slams that one in. Cardinals, they go back to Barlow, getting into the paint for two. Then the defenders swinging it around, getting it back into the paint for Preister. That was when they were at their best. Then Monerick. She's able to connect from long range for the Cardinals. The stick-to-itiveness from Anna Strickland, able to get her own board. Ickes able to find Williamson, who gets it to go off the glass. She had a big first half, did Williamson. And she's the benefactor of a nice feed from Monerick, able to get 2 more points. But the Cardinals trailed the defenders by 3 at the break. What did you see in that first half, Andy Klassen?
Well, the defenders did a really nice job working their offense through Preister early on. We knew the 6'1" senior was going to have an impact, and she's done just that. Also has defended the rim very well at times. Other times, Gracie Williamson's been able to outpace her, get position, make things happen for her Cardinals on the offensive end. I think it's going to be critical for St. Mary's and their ball movement. They got to be able to work that ball around the perimeter. We saw them play inside out, and when they've done that, they've had open looks on the perimeter for their shooters. They've also been able to sneak in a couple of really good looks through Williamson underneath the rim. So the opportunities have been there, but the Cardinals got to be a little bit more crisp on offense.
If you could think of one key for each team, what do you think?
I think both teams need to limit turnovers, right? We talked about how they're kind of trading turnovers there throughout the mid part of that opening first quarter, where offense was kind of at a premium, right? But as soon as they started taking care of the basketball, we saw a run from St. Mary's to answer. We saw that initial run from the Archangels Catholic. So you can see it in both teams. It's just doing it is a whole nother scenario.
Each team with 11 turnovers in that first half, each team with 8 made field goals. That's a sign that there was some good defense being played.
Really was, and both teams getting into a zone. Really liked how the defenders got in that 1-3-1, didn't allow for too many open threes, too many open looks for St. Mary's, and that's getting into the scouting report because they have some phenomenal shooters from beyond the arc.
You know the crowd is into it when you got to change your camera shot because they're making it shake too much. My goodness, they are ready, both student sections, both sets of fans from their hometowns. They're here. They're ready. They're ready to see this quarterfinal determined. You know who's also ready for this second half? Our guy with the information coming out of the halftime locker room, Tim Hackett. Tim!
Guys got the chance to catch up with both coaches as we get ready to start the second half. St. Mary's coach Tracy Berg, she says we're finally settling in and playing our brand of basketball. I said, what does that look like? She says moving the ball around and attacking the rim. Meanwhile, on the Archangels Catholic side, Brian Reichman says, we like where we're at right now. All we have to do is get tied after this half, tie or better in the second half, and we win the game. Now for the call of the second half, let's go back over to Andy and Pat.
Hey, thank you, Tim. Three-pointer on the way and good from Jaris.
Oh, that's a welcome sign if you're a fan of the defenders. The corner three working early.
That was good ball movement and a good smooth stroke, too. Cardinals got to answer. Ickes working against Strickland. Now Williamson out to Monerick. Back to Williamson.
Both Williamson and Monerick passed up a couple of nice shot opportunities.
One on the shot clock. No! Oh. Barlow got the shot to go, but not in time. The Cardinals just took too long on that offensive set.
Everybody wearing blue thought, great call. Everybody wearing red, maybe not so much.
Let's take a look at that replay here. Ooh, I don't know.
That was close. That was very close.
I almost want to see that one more time. Not to tell Connor and Danny how to do their jobs.
Or the crew.
A lot of contact there. The Defender fans weren't big fans of it. Barlow all the way in for two.
Just continued the drive, got loose behind the defense. There was no help once she got past that second defender.
Which is really what she did when she did get that shot to go right before or right around the time that was the shot clock violation.
And they also had a nice defensive stand, a stop between those two plays from Barlow.
And we got a foul away from the basketball. This one's going to go on Manerick. Let's look at that replay here with the foul.
There's the foul.
That one's on Manerick. Three-pointer on the way. This one's off from Jarvis, but a good rebound from Strickland. Then the steal from Barlow. Manerick dumps it off for Ickes. Out Williamson. Williamson one dribble. The shot rims out. Every call, every moment, every movement, drawing a lot of emotion from folks right
there's
now.
No breathing room being awarded by either of these defensive units right now.
Or their fan bases, if we're being honest.
That too.
Baseline shot no good. It is going to stick with the defenders as Kring's shot off the rebound, the rebound off of Kring's shot, pinballed out of bounds.
I like that skip pass from Jarez. Initially kickstart that offense.
Steal by Ickes. She's fouled. Good play from her. She just kind of does a little bit of everything.
Mentioned in the first half, so instinctive. Good job of just kind of getting her way as far as jumping passing lanes, going where the ball's going. And there was no argument there from Strickland. She knew she committed that foul.
There was that early three-pointer to start the second half for the defenders. Since then, nothing. Instead, it's been 3 turnovers, and now a foul sends Ickes to the line for 2.
Yeah, it was almost like that corner 3 was a wake-up call to the zone defense of St. Mary's. Like, okay, we're going to have to get on our toes here, close out, expand our defense out, not allow for those open shots along the perimeter.
That first free throw from Ickes is good. She's got 3 points on the night. Now make it 4. She's 2 for 2 at the line. Two-point ball game. This has been well contested from both sides.
Whoop. Preisler garnering a lot of attention.
Three-pointer, too strong from Strickland. A scramble for the rebound. Strickland forcing the issue. Cardinals do come away with it with Williamson. Here comes Ickes on the run. Can't get the shot to go, but she's fouled.
See how Ickes forced the issue there in the open court, got into the defender just enough, then had the wherewithal to, hey, get this ball up on the rim, collect that foul. Didn't get the shooting foul, but it was still it was a smart play.
Oh. Wagner drew the foul, or picked up the foul, rather, and then St. Mary's a little too quick to toss back to the inbounder. Inside for Preisler, stolen away by Williamson, but she's on the line.
Williamson's doing everything she can to try and deny that ball from Preisler.
Our third quarter brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location. Choose the medical clinic your friends recommend. 5-star patient-rated Dr. Harper and Spannel. Plus, our specialists are building a Norfolk legacy one patient at a time. And inside the bucket for Preister.
She did a fantastic job, Pat, keeping the ball up high.
Barlow can't get it to go on the run. We've got a scramble for the rebound here. It's going to be a jump ball.
Going to stay here with the Cardinals.
We see this held ball here.
No surprise, Strickland's in the middle of that.
Yeah, of course. Got a timeout called by Archangels Catholic. We'll keep it here during the break. It's a 4-point defender lead. You know, Tim talked about it coming out of the break, that the defenders really just need to have a tie here in the second half.
Yeah.
They were up by 3. And right now, you know, they're ahead in this second half. They're
right.
Not much, but a little added distance. You got to feel like the start for the defenders has probably been what they're looking for or hoping for here.
Really felt like the sentiment from head coach Brian Richmuth to our Tim Hackett was, hey, we just need to play our game and have faith in our game. We feel we got an advantage down low with our size through Preister, the senior, the 6'1 senior. Let's keep playing our offense through her.
Cardinals looking to answer. Ickes, the head fake. Now out it goes for a three-pointer, buried by Peterson.
Just that little bit of dribble penetration to open up more than enough space for Peterson to can another three.
And out of bounds, it'll stick with the defenders.
That's something Archangels Catholic has to be aware of. They do not want these guards to start heating up from beyond the arc for St. Mary's.
See the little flutter kick there on the three-pointer, getting that little extra strength to get it in. Preister, back out it goes for Jairus. That won't go. But the rebound controlled by the defenders, well, at least temporarily, before Hastreiter travels.
Hastreiter just ran into a little bit of traffic there. So if there wasn't a foul, that would have to have been a travel.
Well, just as we said that the defenders had gained just a skosh more distance, well, they lost that pretty quickly. And a chance now for the Cardinals to take the lead. And trying to figure out who that went off of. Communication from the officials to trying to determine it. They give it to the Cardinals.
Yares wasn't going to say, yeah, I poked it out. She was going to leave that up to the officials.
Head fake. Now to the top it goes for Ickes. And she's fouled. That one's going to go against Wegner. That's her third.
Good look at head coach Tracy Berg there. And, you know, I really enjoyed what our Timmy Hackett had to say during the halftime break, talking about how Coach Berg turned into a recruiter, getting 3 seniors to go out for basketball to give him an even 10. And that's so advantageous when you're trying to operate a practice with 10 players versus only 7.
Yeah. Hard to run 5-on-5 drills.
Exactly.
I'm surprised there were 3 seniors from which to pull. That's not a big school. Class D2. Williamson, after drawing the foul, can't get that one to rattle home. She's a 56% free throw shooter on the season. That one is good. She's now got 13 points on the game, just below her 14.5 season average. And we've got a tie ball game, Andy Klassen.
Brand new game. 2.5 left in the third.
Jairus with it at the top to Preister. Oh, pass inside. And nice job getting her hands on it by Ickes, but she can't hang on.
Boy, and that was the right idea there from the defenders. Love how they got the high low there, bringing Preister out and then sneaking Wegner in behind.
Preister gets fouled trying to drive toward that low block and kick it out. This one's going to go on Barlow.
This is some next level coaching going on from both sidelines here. This is fun to watch.
Both kind of their own entertaining shows, too, as the defenders able to keep possession.
Saying both coaching staffs have a little emotion on the sideline.
Running shot, good by Krings.
We've seen Krings at times pick and choose her spots. Beautiful runner down the center of the lane.
You know, two very different senses of style from both coaches, too, as the three-pointer won't go from Peterson, but the rebound controlled by Barlow. Inside it goes Williamson. The shot won't count. She's fouled on the floor.
I know Krings is disappointed with the whistle, the foul call, but that saved an easy bucket there for Williamson. Now she's going to have to earn it from the line.
Krings disappointed for a couple reasons. That's her fourth foul. Williamson can't get that one to go.
Yeah, this is, you know, there's only a minute 39 left, but St. Mary's in the bonus now.
Williamson, 5 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. Can't get that one to go. Now 5 of 11. That's below her average on the season. Inside Wegner to Preister.
Yep.
In traffic, gets it to go. It's back to a 4-point edge for the defenders.
Really like that adjustment, utilizing Wegner underneath there. Just a different look.
Ickes inside. Williamson in traffic, can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. She's fouled. She's got 2 more free throws.
You know, for giving up some size, Williamson's only 5'8". She's doing a really good job underneath the rim. Rebounding, making plays, finding her own shot.
The junior averaging 14.5 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. She's now missed her last 3 free throws, however. Excuse me, her last 4. Can't get that one to go either. Lenaric gets good position on the rebound. It'll go out of bounds and go back to the Cardinals. Now, Williamson, great position, doing a good job getting to the line, but now missing a few. It's still a 4-point game. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
A minute 6 left in the third quarter. We've got a good one here in the Devaney Center, Andy Klassen.
Yes.
Archangels Catholic. They're not a Central Catholic. Up by 4 over O'Neill.
Oh,
nice
what a play.
find. Williamson can't connect, however. And the defenders dodge a bullet.
They really do, and Williamson's having a tough time from the foul line, then just missing a little bit of a bunny shot there, laying.
Sometimes that can have an effect. Jaris, three-pointer off the mark. Rebound kept alive, though. Wagner, who kept it alive, gets the shot from the baseline. Williamson with the rebound.
Great hustle, though, nevertheless. Getting that second shot opportunity, that was a good look.
Williamson now above her season average on rebounds and in points.
Beautiful.
She's now got 15 and 8.
Bounce pass there from Piper Itkiss, finding Williamson, capitalizing on the beautiful feed.
Strickland, three-pointer, off the mark. Preister gets the offensive board. Jaris, mid-range shot no good. Rebound to the Cardinals. Here comes Barlow, no chance to get the shot off, as that'll end the quarter. 2-point ball game. We're back with the fourth quarter after this on News Channel Nebraska.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
To the fourth quarter we go. It's a big one here. 33-31. Archangels Catholic on top of St. Mary's. A trip to the semifinals against Sacred Heart on the line. And it's getting tense in here, Andy.
It really is. Going to be interesting to see how Archangels attack here offensively coming out of the break. Really like how they've utilized the dual post between Preister and Wegner throughout that third quarter.
Strickland, my goodness, just knifing her way in there.
Yeah, really nice drive coming from the left side. Boy, there wasn't a lot of room to work with either.
Just that little up and under move there. And a travel by Ickes.
Yeah. That's another one of those 50-50 calls where if it wasn't a reach-in, well, then it was a travel.
Both teams with 15 turnovers apiece. Inside for Preister. Ickes doing a nice job to keep it away, and then Molnaric keeps it in. Barlow. Inside for Williamson. Out for a three-pointer. Too strong from Peterson. And, Radio Row's in trouble.
Yep, Spirit 88.3. Your sign just fell on the court.
It happens.
It's a sign. No.
I wish I could say I haven't been there, but I have.
Yep. Well, that was a really good defensive stand right there from the Archangels. You saw a good take. Cardinals going inside out. They got the three they were looking for, but the zone defense holds once again.
Three-pointer off the mark, but the offensive rebound kept alive by Wagner.
Oh.
This time, though, the defensive rebound cleared by Williamson.
Nice job by the 5'8 junior getting position.
Three-pointer by Peterson, too strong. It'll go out of bounds and stick with the Cardinals.
Narek was there for the rebound, but the active hands once again. Yara's, she's everywhere.
Three-pointer too strong from Barlow. Wagner pulls down the rebound.
It's a couple really tough shots. Strong, a little strong on it. That's where St. Mary's got to put it behind them. They got to keep shooting that three. It's one of their strengths of their offenses.
Under 6 minutes to play. It's a 4-point ball game. Points are at a premium. It's not that these teams can't score. It's just a couple really good defensive squads. Strickland nearly got to the cup once again. Instead, the defenders find Preister, who seals off a defender and lays it in for two.
Archangels just stayed with it, found Preister at the tail end.
Peterson for three, keeping the Cardinals in it, cutting the deficit in half.
That was right on time for St. Mary's.
A timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Blow for blow. Archangels Catholic and St. Mary's just matching each other right now, and the intensity is there as well.
Yeah, and as we talked about at the very tippy top of the broadcast, both teams sticking to their strengths offensively. Archangels Catholic finding Preister after a really long offensive possession underneath. Great pass, a feed inside. St. Mary's comes roaring back. Peterson with the triple for the answer.
At the tippy top of the broadcast, huh?
That's right.
Here comes Strickland for the defenders. Now double teamed. Jarvis with it. And poked away by the Cardinals. Good active hands.
Credit the two guards extending their defense out, clogging up those passing lanes, causing problems.
It's Barlow with it at the top here. Nice find. Williamson lays it in.
Beautiful movement of the basketball. Idkis well aware when that double team was converging. The bounce pass back door wide open.
Pass inside. It goes off a Cardinal. Now what's interesting is some of those cuts, some of those finds are really similar to what Anselmo Myrna was doing early against Sacred Heart. Winner of this game gets Sacred Heart. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Scramble on the floor for the basketball. Defenders come up with it. Inside Preister, left-handed shot, no good. It's out of bounds. Sticks with the defenders.
How did Anna Strickland come away with that basketball? The scrum on the court once again. Saving the possession for the defenders.
Feisty is a good way to describe her.
I like that.
Patient possession here from the defenders. Stolen away, though, as it ends up in Williamson's hands. Cardinals look to run. Barlow, they're going to get her for the travel before she put the ball on the floor.
Yep, you know, it was a late whistle, a little frustration from the St. Mary's crowd, but it was the correct whistle.
Tracy Berg had her questions as well. Jarrus. Out it goes for a three-pointer, and it's buried by Nyla Kessler.
Big smile from Kessler, too. Excellent job stepping into that three-point shot. Big moment.
She started the fourth quarter with her shoe untied as the miss cleared away by the defenders.
Really good looking move. Thought Ickes was going to get that one to go. Preister clears it.
Travel by Kessler. Had again just a little bit of that foot shuffle.
Yep. Drugged that pivot foot just enough.
She argued that she had been nudged off that block, but
I like this timeout. Possessions, points are at a premium, especially if you're St. Mary's down 4. Call that timeout. Talk things over.
Stay tuned for our player of the game, brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. Our player of the game also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora.
Well,
we will have a lot of options from which to choose there.
Love the suspense, because not only do we don't have a clue which team the player's going to be from. There's so many players that could easily be elected for player of the game from both sides here.
You know, what do we do? Do we go Chuck Howley, give the MVP from the losing team?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
It happened once in the Super Bowl. Who's to say it can't happen here on News Channel Nebraska?
You know, I wouldn't put it past News Channel Nebraska either. You know?
Do we want to put Tim Hackett in that line of fire? That feels a little unfair to him.
Big possession here for St. Mary's.
Three-pointer by Peterson, no good. Rebound cleared by Jarrus. Jarrus going underneath for Strickland. There's going to be a foul on Ickes.
Got Piper Ickes a little frustrated with herself there. Knew she was a little late getting that. Well, that's the first foul committed from St. Mary's.
First by either team here. You know, really what caused that foul is Strickland got to the spot, had good position. Jarrus.
You saw the contact, too, underneath.
Kessler into the paint, scoops it up and in. 6-point lead for the defenders.
Boy, and Kessler's come alive offensively just in time for the defenders. The triple drive, slicing and dicing up the defense.
Feed to Williamson against Preister, draws the contact. Going to the line for 2 more shots.
This is a really good scenario here for St. Mary's. I know Williamson has had her struggles from the foul line tonight, but the clock is stopped, and the Cardinals have an opportunity to score some points here.
She's 5 of 13 from the line tonight. That's 38%, although she connects on that. Is that a reverse jinx?
Yes, reverse jinx. You pulled it off. Way to go, Pat.
Second one, it can only do so much, the reverse jinx.
Preister clears it once again.
18 points for Williamson, though. She's been huge. Cardinals, though, down by 5.
Some maturity showed from Krings there. She could have forced the issue, understood the point in the game. Going to milk some time off.
We're already down to a minute 24, Andy Klassen. $13 on the shot clock. A bucket here would be a dagger for the Cardinals. And that's what happens as Strickland gets free. A 7-point lead for the defenders.
Such a heady player. Sneaking in there, left alone.
Williamson fouled, going up for the shot.
Boy, and it's really tough to point fingers towards the St. Mary's defense. They have to show a lot of attention, award a lot of attention to Preister. Great awareness from Strickland, getting loose on the backside.
First one off the mark. Watch our top plays after the game. Brought to you by Currency. That one is off the mark as well. Overall, the Cardinals 8 of 19 from the free throw line.
Yep.
40 seconds left to play. Nice find. Preister can't knock it down. Williamson does clear. Here come the Cardinals. Need an answer fast.
Gotta go.
Peterson, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Manerick. Peterson won't get the chance to try just yet as Tracy Berg calls timeout. We'll keep it here during the break. Just under 21 seconds left to play. It's a 7-point lead for the defenders. Got to have a basket fast if you're the Cardinals.
Yeah, and it doesn't really help St. Mary's that they only have one foul, right? Because they would like to foul quick and get the defenders to the line, conserve some time right now. But coming out of this timeout, it's got, like you said, it's got to be a quick take. It doesn't have to be a three. Probably will be, though. And then they have to have their next couple of plays lined up. You can bet your bottom dollar that Tracy Berg, head coach of St. Mary's Cardinals, is going over what we have to do right now and then what we have to do in the next 2-3 plays down the road if we're going to get back into this one.
You can see the defender student section very pumped up. It's a little bit of a different mood over here in the huddle, but an energy nonetheless.
That student section has been amped up all game long. They haven't taken a seat once. I don't even think during halftime. They've been standing the entire time.
There's a reason they brought the football helmet. They knew this was going to be full contact fandom.
I was hoping we would point that young man out wearing that football helmet the entire way.
Not a bad football program either. Into the paint, shot blocked, but a foul.
Oh. Boy, and you got to like that if you're a St. Mary's fan. Clock has stopped. A really good shooter, and Bauer's going to take to the line here.
It'll be Peterson at the line. Her first two free throws of the night. We'll have a second before that, though, as Jada Krings fouls out.
Boy, she had a good night tonight. A couple big offensive plays. Defense has been on point. Physical player.
First free throw won't go for Peterson. Cardinals are going to look back at those free throw numbers and kind of regret those. They're now 8 of 20 at the free throw line. That one is good, though, for Peterson. Makes it a 6-point ball game, 2 possessions. Inbounded to Preister. She's quickly fouled by Williamson. You know,
right?
Stranger things have happened, Andy.
You're exactly right. It's only a 2-possession game here. A quick turnover, a three. Things really tense up at the end of games. You're going to see some full court pressure now.
The difficult part, though, for St. Mary's, they got a long way to go for the bonus here.
You're exactly right.
Whoa. Pretty hard foul there on Kessler.
But this is where St. Mary's can get aggressive, go for that steal, and if you get the whistle, that's okay. We got to stop the clock.
No, that was 1.3 seconds that went off the clock there.
Yep.
Long pass for Preister. She gets free. Quickly fouled by Williamson, all the way down to 8.5 seconds.
That's hard to believe. Gracie Williamson only has 2 fouls. What they asked her to do, defend the post, did a lot of her work through the post offensively as well. Oh boy.
Ickes nearly steals it. And this is going to be it. The defenders are into the semifinals, knocking off St. Mary's 44-38. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with postgame after this on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Sportsmanship embodies respect, fairness, and integrity in competition.
By showing good sportsmanship, you are respecting everyone's love for the game.
Show integrity, stay positive, and make the game enjoyable for everyone involved. Sportsmanship is at an all-time low and needed now more than ever. Whether you're on the court or in the stands, be courteous to everyone. It's the best way to be involved in the game. Sportsmanship is a reflection of not only you, but your parents, your school, and your community.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Teammates Mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of Teammates Mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Teammates Outdoor today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe, it's the Roe you know.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow.
Archangels Catholic is on to the state semifinals after disposing of St. Mary's tonight. We're joined by the victorious head coach, Brian Richmond. Coach, congratulations and thank you for your time. You've got a spot in the state semifinals tomorrow night. How does that sound?
Oh, I mean, that sounds fantastic. I mean, what a hard-fought battle tonight. A lot of credit to St. Mary's. They did a lot of good stuff. We just kept a couple-point edge the whole game, and man, we're very thankful for that.
You told me at halftime all we got to do is tie or get better in the second half. That's exactly what you did. What did you do after the second half to make sure that that was the case for you?
Yeah, you know, at halftime we said we got to get back to our man-to-man defense, and it worked for a while. But then they just start getting deep in the paint and penetrating, and then we'd lose 23, and she'd get an easy one. And so we went 1-3-1. That worked for a little bit, and then we did a couple more, and they blew up our defenses really well. But a lot of heart and grit from our part on the offense, and we just fought to the end and hung on.
We know that you live off your defense. You like to diversify that defense, throw out a bunch of different looks regardless of what's going on in the game. How did you finally settle on something that worked to get you to the finish line?
Well, you know, I mean, part of it was we got Nyla in foul trouble early, and Jada was all game, and so we had to take our press off. And, you know, we live a lot with our press, so that hurt us a little bit defensively. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was just gritted out. I mean, you just got to toughen it out, and just you got to stop some of the stuff that's been successful.
We know that Anna missed your state tournament appearance last year due to the injury. So what is having her back in the mix been like this year?
Oh, I mean, she's our best defensive player, number one, you know, and anything she gives us on offense is a bonus. And, man, she had a whale of a game tonight. I don't know what she scored, but she did a lot of stuff, not to mention a great defensive game.
You're in the state semifinals tomorrow night. That's got to be exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations. Archangels Catholic is in the state semifinals tomorrow night. Now let's bring in our player of the game, senior Anna Strickland. Welcome. Congratulations. You are in the state semifinal tomorrow night. Your senior year goes on. Congratulations. How do you feel?
You know, it's such a surreal feeling. I've always dreamt of this since I was in third grade, so, you know, really coming back after an injury, it's an amazing feeling.
I had to ask you about that because I know you missed this team's appearance in the state tournament last year with that injury. So what has this year been like for you?
You know, I was out for 9 months, you know, just coming back from the team, you know, it was just a little bit hard, you know, an injury is always hard, but overall it's been really good.
But you've been working to get back to this point. Your coach just called you your team's best defensive player. What has that work, what has that effort been like to get back to this point to help lead your team to this stage?
You know, just really getting low down on defense and stuff, and communicating is just a big key for our team and stuff. And, you know, we always have each other's back, and, you know, trust is a big thing for us.
You know, this was such a tight game. It was within 6 points the entire time before you guys finally went up by 7 in the final 2 minutes of the game. That was the largest lead for either team. What's it like playing in a game that was so razor thin the whole way?
I mean, you know, it's really, you know, your heart is racing the whole entire time, but, you know, you just, like I said, trust our training and stuff and really communicate with our teammates and, you know, getting down and getting scoring and stuff.
We know that you guys live off your defense. You look up and you hold a really good St. Mary's team to 38 points. It's a pretty good achievement.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. It's an amazing feeling.
And you're in the state semifinals. Your senior year rolls on. It's an awesome feeling. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is tonight's player of the game, Anna Strickland. You were the only player that went to the free throw line for your team, and you made every single free throw that you attempted. It's a pretty big deal. Archangels Catholic is on to the state semifinals in the Class D2 bracket after disposing of St. Mary's. They will play Fall City Sacred Heart tomorrow night. Andy and Pat, back to you.
Thank you very much, Tim. We've got more. We're going to do some highlights and be back with that after this. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
Archangels Catholic, 44. St. Mary's 38. They are into the Class D2 semifinals, taking on Fall City Sacred Heart. Let's take a look at the highlights and see how we got to that point. Class D2 girls state basketball quarterfinals. St. Mary's, Archangels Catholic, two programs with tradition, and it would be a clash tonight. The Cardinals trying to get to the basket. Ickes, though. Ickes swatted away by Preister. Then the three-pointer banked in by Nyla Kessler. Cardinals looking to respond. They get into the paint with Williamson, who's able to feed it out for the three-pointer from Manerick, keeping the Cardinals in this one. Defenders, though, they had the size advantage. They went back to Preister. She had a double-double. She's able to connect on that one. Again, they go inside to Preister. She converts with the left hand, extending the defender's lead before halftime. Inside, though, undersized, Williamson able to convert. She also draws the foul. We go to the second half. Defenders start up fast with Charas. Three-pointer from the corner, sinks it, extending the defender's lead, doubling it to three. Then Preister off the offensive board, gets that one to go off the glass. Cardinals trying to respond. Ickes feeding it out to Peterson for the three. That makes it a one-point ball game, but that's as close as the Cardinals would get. Defenders with our player of the game, Anna Strickland, knifing her way into the basket for two. Then the defenders get another three-pointer from Kessler from long range, converting, extending it to a two-possession lead. Then Strickland somehow busting free, connecting for another two, and the defenders celebrating as they're on their way to the state semifinals.